Welcome back for another PulseChain monster update, baby dolls. We are going to be cranking it out here today. Thank you to Mr. MVS Crypto. We've got a lot of things happening out there. We've got Richard Hart, pDAI, pWBTC. He actually posted about it. StableCoins, Super Cycle, all these things cranking. We have Richard's van, Empress Arrival, Xavier's weekend, more. Thank you to everyone out here. More coming our way. We have, first up, mysterious marketing van. Richard Hart has teased a cargo van rumored to transport 200,000 free electronic devices. While RS Griffin FDN details labeling and distribution process in the US of A. So there is a rumored electronic gift. I think a couple of people know what they are. But yeah, this is him posting. Any of you fine folks have a cargo van, transit van, or similar you want to donate as a tax write-off, I hear it will be used to transport free electronic devices and marketing for the blockchain of PulseChain. That's going to be great. The van will transport marketing materials from our office and warehouse. That's awesome. Thanks to an anonymous donor. That's going to be really cool, man. So yeah, we are actually delivering out here. It's like it's all kind of funny, man. Richard Hart. It's got the whole joke about him, the mailman. It's true. It's true. We're going all in. Here's the thing, friends. Yes, it is real. The mailing has the highest response rate. It does. The thing is, though, you can't do as many. That's the thing. But it's effective. Like, you know, it is nice to know that when you send, 100 messages, like 6 are actually reading it. Whereas it's like, I think mail is like 0.1%. You got to send hundreds of thousands. Okay. So you can't target people. The thing is, you go, oh, well, the thing is, right, when it comes to like mail and all these other marketing things, with the 200,000 gifts, they're going to targeted wealthier areas. So if people who do pick up the item, they are able to, at least when they spend money, they don't have $6 in their bank account. You get what I mean? So you can target areas because you really want, like, you don't want to go focus on someone who can't afford a sandwich, right? You know, maybe they could be friends with somebody who used to live on top of a sandwich shop if they found us on cryptocurrency lands. This is the PulseChain price I'm going to share with you. We're still stuck on this big giant wedge. It's been here forever. The log chart looks better than what it really looks like. This is a linear chart. It just looks like it's dead forever, right? But hopefully we start to crank on soon. Eric Wall's bet price with KDP and Lady Hviid are up here 20x higher. So I'm going to cover that more for you. Also, friends, just want to throw it out there so we can see, right? The pulse to soy ratio is very close to flipping green. It's sitting right here. It's like, man, it's kind of crazy, man. It's sitting like right on the weekly super trend. Once it flips green and it confirms. Remember, Ivan got out of all of his pulse chain. He bought soy, all of the bullet back in. So if this starts to flip up, we're just going to alert him. Hey, man, it flipped back the other way, but we'll see, people are going to be able to rotate in. Maybe they're just going to watch it fly higher. Sac funds pumping. So the PulseChain Sacrifice Treasury now is in big profits, which I'm now going to just show you. Look into rh.com. We have Gerardo here, friends. If you want to support Gerardo, you can subscribe to this thing as well. A couple of people, friends, saying, a couple of people just always wondering, hey, man, why are there money and stuff out here? I don't know, friends. Just some people, when you give your heart and soul to stuff, a lot of people, because you come across a few people in real life, they're like, hey, do you get paid for that? Nothing? You should sell something, you know what I mean? And I understand why. Also for me, the thing is as well, I know everyone's in different scenarios. I feel like I can see the future in crypto. Okay, that's it, crypto. Nothing else. No, I can't see the future with like, hey, is this sports team going to win? Or what's the weather going to be like tomorrow? I can't see the future with anything like that. But when it comes to crypto, because I'm here 18 hours a day, I can mog the future with you. I can see it here 18 hours a day. That's why, man. And that's why I'm thinking, well, making subscription money and stuff out here. It's, if people want to support, I love you and appreciate you. But the big one, man. The big one is the buy and hold, the playing the whole cycle. Now, the Ethereum Sac Treasury of PulseChain is up to 765 million. A lot of people have said, he's never going to spend it. He's never going to spend it, right? Look, man, Richard's never told anybody the plan. Okay, he's never told anyone anything. But this is what I would do if I was him. Okay, let me get my top hat. Ta-da! What I would do is I would not spend the sacrifice treasury, right? I'd only maybe even put in jibs and drabs. Maybe as it goes up, he just spends a little bit, you know? He puts in like 1,000 ETH, right? And as it goes up, puts in 1,000 ETH. And mysteriously, everyone's wondering, how the hell we gone up so much? We haven't even spent the sacrifice treasury. And then what it would do is, this is what I think would happen. When he wants the final burst, let's say we're up at 10x sack price, okay, which is 20x higher. To get the final burst, maybe like another 2, 3, or 4, or 5x final burst. Maybe he's doing maybe he comes out to do another $1 billion sacrifice raise at the top. And all the KOLs are watching. Crypto Banter, Ivan, Altcoin Daily, everyone's watching, right? And what I would do if I was him is then I would use like 10,000 ETH from it. And I would actually just buy it into it. And I would just do that. And it would make everyone announce, oh my gosh, he's starting to use the sacrifice treasury. But that would be the top. And everyone comes in for the sacrifice and it's actually all over. Welcome to the cycle. So this would be, by the way, this is nothing to basically... There's nothing a discount. That's 100x higher. And then you have a big, whopping, clock standard 98% drop. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's what that's what I would do. And then you have, and here's the thing, friends. You have all, bang, if you got something like that, that'd be wild, man. You got all the KOs in. You got all the attention in. You've got their $1 billion of the raise. And then maybe he sits on it. Maybe he buys Ethereum in the next bear market. That'd be funny. And then you have this big rocket launch pad of network effects for the future. That's what I would do. But, I don't live on top of a sandwich shop. I'm just a guy who pegs his own nipples on the internet. A very simple and humble man. So we'll see. Also, why it would trap a lot of people, friends. What I'm going to do, let's crank it a bit. It would trap a lot of people, right? Not you and me. But it would trap a lot of people because, like, do you remember, friends, Ivan was covering the PulseChain Sac Treasury? I think it was like a few weeks ago. And he's like, guys, it's not your money. It's his money. They're laughing. They go, oh, you think it's your money? It's not your money. Someone else controls it. Right? So what's that telling me? I'm Richard, if you're listening, what that's telling me is that they will buy at any price as long as they think the sacrifice treasury is going to keep spending more. So why waste it here? Right? Just get them to buy higher. Because they're going to put in more money. And by the way, Richard, smart, he's going to do it at the end of the cycle when they've already made all their money for the whole cycle. So they have more income, money to spend, more capital portfolio. So for example, maybe there's KOLs out there and people out there, maybe they have 100K portfolios. Maybe by the end they'll have 1.4 million. So if they think they can make a big amount of money on Bitcoin. So right now, maybe they enter, they only throw in 5 grand. Okay, but at the end of the cycle, maybe they're going to throw in 300 grand. So that's why you get more bang for your buck if you wait. And what I've just told you is very consistent, friends. If you remember, HEX, which is the better Bitcoin, HEX in the last cycle, it did its biggest move after Richard Hart called the top. So after April 2021, from the top of April 2021, HEX went up another 24x. Okay, it went up another 24x after he called the top, when he said the top was in. Okay, so being late in game markets helps in the cycle, okay? Not too late though, right? Like major loser pal. Cointelegraph has highlighted PulseChain's strategic Ethereum reserve as a top 5 holder following coverage by TradingView. So we have the tweet out here. PulseChain News and Talk. So here we go. The Ethereum Foundation is number 4 and then PulseChain Sac is number 5. Also funny, we have more Ethereum than Coinbase, man. Coinbase, the actual Coinbase. That's wild. Coinbase, friends, if you look at their holdings, they don't actually believe in crypto as much, man. They're just building shovels. Like, their portfolios are like way, way, way underexposed to crypto going up. But they make money on volume. And the way they see it, they go, well, if Bitcoin goes to 0, we double lose. But if Bitcoin goes up, then we make money on all the customers and stuff out here. But just, they don't really posture to the world how much they really like it. Liberty Swap, friends, has bridged in $4 million USDC in the first 9 days of August. That is awesome to see. So Liberty Swap Finance obviously taking charge, because Liberty Swap Finance, friends, the conduit here. Now, we can't see all the code and stuff in the background. You guys are all the technical know-how believers, but it's helping with, I guess it's going to help with privacy. We've got more big announcements coming later on and countdowns, friends. Just like I will personally tell you, okay, be careful of countdowns. Stay away from countdowns. Don't let anything enter your mind for a countdown. The only countdown you count down is maybe like your birthday, or you do the new year. That's it. Oh, it's the new year. Okay, let's count down to the year after. That's it. Any other countdown in markets is always a letdown, okay? The last countdown we saw was pDAI community, went down 99.97% on the Caddy Maker DAO thing, okay? Shout out to Liberty Swap Finance, 4 million USDC. It's rumored Richard Hart, one of his devs and stuff, working. We don't know. We don't know because it's... Let's check out the Peacock meme coin because it's a Peacock coin, meme coin that started running up and it ran up, I think, like 11, 12, 13 million market cap. So yeah, here you go. Standard meme coin. Run up 6x, 60% retrace. And from the here went up a lot. 700x. So good luck to everyone out here. I mean, I want everyone to win. You know, we just know these games, right? Attention in, attention out. So if you have believers, if you guys really believe in peas and cocks, have at it. I believe in you. And we all win if the PulseChain PLS speed price rises. The Empress, Crypto Empress, has arrived on PulseChain and called on the community to show how loud they can be, getting hundreds of comments and likes from many other community members. Now, I'm just going to quickly check out her profile portfolio. Hope it's not another fake girl. Maybe it's real. Here he is. Maybe, I don't know, friends. Like, a couple of guys, like, do I have to remind everybody how many times it turned out to be a fake girl who's going to rinse the community? Do I have to? I don't have to remind you, do I? Because it happens. But she's got some sort of the Empire Hub. Okay, cool. You know, cool music for the elevator. So I've gone to a website here, Crypto Empress, your project's secret weapon. We provide marketing services. Oh my gosh, man. It's just whenever we hear the word marketing, we always, you know, friends in crypto, we always sling on the the Indian accent and go, when marketing. That's all we hear all the time whenever the coin goes down, when marketing. Because whenever the coin goes down, that's how everyone thinks. That's why in crypto, we all, by default, we believe something goes down. Okay, you just got to market to places and then those other idiots buy it and then it goes up. Oh, if only it was that simple, huh? You need believers, man. You need believers is the marketing. Yeah, you need, but you can't just market it nowhere. You got to believe in it, right? And if you believe, enough time happens where, you know, strong hands keep accumulating supply and then everything can be flywheel and positive from that. So yeah, good luck to everyone out here making all the connections. It's going to be great. All right, David Feeder has published a YouTube video on running a PulseChain node, emphasizing in ease and benefits for developers. Devs, be smart. Run your own node. That is from Richie Hart himself. So that's part of, you know, the cypherpunk tech geeky believers. That's what actually keeps a chain running. Here we have David Feeder. I made a new video running your own PulseChain node. That's awesome. I'll click on open. Let's see. Here we have David Feeder and stuff as well. How to make a PulseChain node. That's cool. So you can order different stuff. This is all supporting the network. David Feeder, friends, is like, remember in Ethereum, we have the Daily Gwei. The Daily Gwei with his Anthony, the Daily Gwei, right? Anthony Sassano. So Sassels over here, you know, so he does the same things, very, very similar. He runs his own node stuff, but then on the right hand side, right? So, you know, there's his own node stuff. So yeah, Bitcoiners have it. It's like, it's very, you know, it makes you feel like you're doing something right. That's basically, you know, the believers, the real tech guy believers. Having on a chain is very, very important, pivotal. Internet Money Space. Internet Money joined Change Now for an X Spaces discussing what is decentralization in 2025, and they brought out other big names. So remember, friends, changenow.io. Change Now. Here's just the tweet out here. Change Now. They yeah, pretty much you can swap anything to any chain. Many others. I think with PulseChain they only had like a $300 limit or something, $200 Pulse limit. But that's how you could move, right? But just be careful with the fees. That's right. It's like maybe like a 1.6% fee or something, or 1.4%. So you can go from like Monero to Tron, or like, you know, you go from BNB to anywhere else, right? Liberty Soft Finance probably going to try help with that and lower the fees and everything, and even introduce privacy. That'd be great. But that's just one of the alternatives that you have out there. It's pretty cool. Ivan on Tech, 535K followers, celebrates Hex Pump on his live show, shouting out Richard Hart core coins. So here we have the beginning of the show.
And this is something we called exactly in our Bullmania Pro group. You also have CFX, you have Hexicans. Finally, Hexicans get to eat a bit this month. You have Link, you have Mantle, and all the different...
Hexicans getting to eat his month. I think we saw, friends, Johnny Chaos made a reply to that, him referencing eating. And I have the video here from Johnny, him replying. So let's listen.
Why, yes, Ivan. Thank you for thinking about us poor unfortunate Hexicans. Yep, we're eating pretty good. Thanks for thinking of us. I mean, after all, we're not Ivan rich. We don't get $100,000 for promoting a centralized database, trying to sell it as the next new innovation in blockchain that goes down every other month. So, but, that aside, we might not be Ivan rich, but we're doing all right.
So, everyone, we deserve a big pump, don't we, friends? We deserve a big pump. And we do have a very, very long way to go as well. Just to remind you, friends, because everyone talks about 5x and 10x out here. I'm always curious about based off market price and structure, how high does this thing need to go to make everybody, I guess, reclaim their Bitcoin value? Hex needs to hit $1.65. Okay. Now this is just PHEX itself. Okay, but combined Hex needs to hit $1.65. Pretty much. So that might be based off these ratios. That may be like $1.20 here for Hex, depending on that, right? So maybe PHEX is hit $1.20. That is bringing it back to the SEP 2021 BTC ratio high. So yeah, technically, selling under that, you're selling under the all-time high. But here's the thing. I remember I went through many videos as well, friends, as well, telling you last cycle only 20% of coins broke their all-time high. That's in US dollar price. In Bitcoin value, I think it was something like, I think only one coin actually broke its all-time high. And it was Doge in last cycle, yeah. I think it was just Doge. Not even, let's check Cardano actually. So Cardano couldn't do it. Look at this. This is Cardano last cycle. You see? Cardano, all it could do is come back to around 61.8. Yeah, man. So that's just letting you, literally one coin out of like 500. One, and it was Dogecoin. That made a new all-time high against BTC. Everything else, pretty much, yeah, man, it could not do it. That was Doge that broke it and actually went up above it. It's like, isn't that funny? The one success story. So if I show you the HEX-BTC chart now, which I have to put on a log because it's so low. If you do, let's do a linear chart just so you see. Let me show you this. Let's say Hex in this cycle, let's say it can only go to the 61.8. This is HEX-BTC, okay? This would be, if I check this out, it would be the line around here. So what I'm now going to do is just put on a log chart. It changes, right? I want to get the exact ratio. So let's actually make another one just so we know this. And what we're going to do is we're going to get the price marker that lets us get the exact price range, because when you're dealing with these small numbers on trading, it won't let you actually see the percentage. So I'll go to the HEX-BTC ratio, where this is combined Hex, by the way, not EX combined, okay? So if we move it up to the 61.8, we have 27x from here, okay? 27x. Actually, friends, that marker is wrong. That is not correct, okay? I actually got the real one. It's about 88x. To get here. So what I'm showing you is, if it Hex, that's 88x. So let's say Bitcoin peaks at 200K. That's about 50% higher. If Bitcoin peaks at 200K, for Hex to just get back to here, to this retrace, it's very possible, right? If Cardano came back to the 61.8, right? Maybe this can too. So you will do 88x times 1.5. So you get a 132x return on combined Hex. So you could do PHEX and EHEX both go 132x. So PHEX right now is like 1.2 cents. That would be a price of $1.58 around there. You got to remember, as Bitcoin's price goes up, your hurdle rate is higher now. So even if, you got to think about it, right? Even if it comes down here. So if Hex goes to $1, $1.30, $1.40, $1.50, it's still good enough. But who's it good enough for? Well, it's good enough for everybody who DCA bought here. Everyone who DCA bought here. Okay, if you didn't DCA by ad all the way up here, you're just going to finish off with, this is August 2021. After 4 or 5 years, finish off with a 2x. But no one's going to sell there. But then you might say, but Sommi, but they were earning yield along the time. So yada, yada, yada. But I'm just showing you how so Hex could be $1.30. We could go up there. And hopefully hits high, man. Hopefully Hex is like $2, right? It would be nice though, right? If we're talking about these price targets, it will be nice if Richard or whoever is pioneering this, it would be cool if HEX got to, let's say, $2, right? And then it stopped. Because then in the next bear market, everyone will be dreaming of $10. Just like XRP. Yeah? Because that's what happened to XRP. XRP went to 3, comes back down, and now it's like everyone's dreaming about $10, okay? By the way, this is obviously not anything to laugh at. This retracement, that will be 80%. It's probably going to be deeper than that, right? It probably goes down. If it hits like $2, what would like a 95% drop back down to 9 cents? That's still huge, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And everyone's like saying, when, man, when? This thing is 1.2 cents. I don't know, friends. I'm just going to keep waiting. Maybe we need a pDAI peg or something. We'll see. Check out more Kraken news. CryptoRank has listed top 10 Ethereum holders among company foundations, including PulseChain Sacrifice, getting huge engagement from the community. That's really cool. So everyone's starting to notice. Oh, PulseChain have a sacrifice treasury. That's why everyone's got the marketing right. That's why I told you it's kind of a genius idea, man. If we go up to the top and then Richard just slaps 10,000 ETH in, and then everyone, all of those, because you're not going to be trapped. You're in now. Okay, who's going to be trapped? It's everyone in crypto who've been sucking on the toes of the LA vape cabal out here and the prostitute cabal's gums. They've been getting rinsed over there. Everyone and all these other chains that they thought meant something when it's literally just KOL grifters getting paid to be on the board. Right, you know who you are. All of them. That's why everyone's like, wait, why aren't you going up? Yeah, it went up for the ICO people, bro. It is going up. They're dumping on you, right? You're providing the bid. So if PulseChain starts to crank, those people haven't retired yet. All the people in the retailers, they haven't retired yet. And once it's all quiet, Richard Hart will move and grab all the attention. Quadruple golden crosses. Kryptonite show covers Richard Hart. Quadruple golden crosses. Yeah, so more moving averages and stuff going up. We're going to need a big crank. We know we do. Now it's time for some Pikachu in the Jungle music. Xavier has thanked supporters for an amazing week, shouting out the PulseChain community's loyalty while using his reach to promote projects and people on PulseChain. Here we have Xavier, the real Xavier, not to be confused with the fake Xavier. And it's 011. Here we have everyone out here. I want to thank everyone out here showing the Trump picture. And then we have as well, I just paid my rent with PulseChain. Pretty cool. Well done. So Stylo, I've been doing that for years. We are smashing it. Travis, PulseChain has paid for life for 2 years with Richie. So there we go. We need, yes. Everyone's pretty much got ants in their pants now, right? Because it's been a long time. Trump's executive order. President Trump signs an EO opening $12 trillion. Market to crypto investments. The legislation aims to allow private equity, real estate, and other alternative assets, including crypto. So now you can get, so there's 12.5 trillion in the 401ks. It can now buy crypto. Let's say 2% of that comes in. That's 250 billion. But you put like a 10x multiplier on that. So that's 2 trillion market cap that could be added to crypto as we move up. But also they need to add more rules and pension agreements and all these people to agree to stuff. But it's just giving you an idea. That's unlocking higher total crypto for my. That's why, friends, when I see total crypto, like we're only at 4 trillion now, man. Like we should get to 10 trillion. Right, I don't think we're just gonna stop here and die. It makes no sense, man. Stablecoin super cycle and the 401k super cycle and all these things coming in. It says a lot more is coming to me, and I could be wrong, but whatever. Stealing the show. Mo Mindset has promoted PulseChain at Berry Music Festival with 10,000 attendees, showcasing his love for PulseChain and his amazing art on stage while taking pictures with the local mayor. Wow, this is awesome. Well done to you, sir. This is really cool. Showcasing your art. We have the PulseChain logo. We can see this stuff out here. Very fancy. Here we are behind the scenes. Wow, this is really cool. That's awesome. Was a crowd fried? Wow. Check that out, friends. It's real.
Right, organisers who allowed me to do this.
Whoa.
As you can see, it's in Bury, Manchester. Right.
Wow. I'd love to be a security guard at one of those. Because you never know what people leave behind at the end of the festival. You know? Like key rings and maybe like chewing gum. What were you thinking about? Matty Allen, community favorite, is now engaged. Matty Allen, friends. Matty Allen has announced his engagement to his best friend of 15 years. And receiving congratulations and much love. Here he is proposing. Where is this? Eiffel Towers? Maybe somewhere big. Well done, Matty, out here. Matty, remember, hosts the PulseChain and HEX conferences out here. And I know, friends, I know it gets very, very spicy characters coming in and out, and I get it, dude. But friends, you got to pay respect, man. Like 99% down, people kill each other. And by the way, we're acting like we're gonna win, which we're just assuming we're gonna win. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone knows they're gonna win. They just go down 99%. Everybody loses their mind. So the vibes and everything, they change, okay, with the seas, and it becomes very, very tough. But when glory comes, it's gonna be great. Checking it out as well, friends. PulseChain's conference, Matty Allen's conference here. 4th annual online conference. Going to be held August 15th to 17th. 102 speakers. So make sure you check that out. I don't know if I should do these, friends. I don't know. I've just never thought about it. So I'm very touchy-feely and smelly too. I'm a very smelly guy. I just always think twice about this. I fully support all these. I fully support them. Though if I did one of them, I probably want to go first. Because it's always, see what they do, but it's the mistake that everyone does is they start everything off with like really like slow, and then like you just, you need to come out with a bang. So if I have time, I don't even know, maybe I'm really busy around that time. I know it seems like I'm infinite time. I actually don't, friends. You'd be amazed, friends. You'll be amazed at the things I've been able to accomplish whilst pumping out all these videos. I'm even amazed, but I don't have time, friends. I don't have time to wipe my bum properly. I barely got enough time to keep my posture straight. But if I did do something, I could try to go first. But yeah, don't worry. I don't want to like push anyone back or do anything. So you guys go for it, support it, make noise, spam all the emojis, confirm friendship, and you know what to do. SEC liquid staking. Wanker Guru has posted that the SEC declares crypto liquid staking not securities. Oh man, that's so from the past. Like, man, no one cares about the SEC stuff anymore. It's like totally gone. Special shoutouts. TamTam declares all in on HEX on Richard Hart. CryptoSolve contests to trace 5K USDC for a prize. Brock Pierce billionaire conference appearance. So I think Matty Allen has been he's been meeting up with Brock Pierce. I think he went to his birthday. Crypto Poffy has polled pump tires and the impact on Pulse. And Whitney has shared a message on optionality. We've got all these honorable mentions as well, friends. Hoggy Hogs and everything out here. Mr. Vox, Hoggy Hogs. Wow, is that me? What's going on here? Much, that was great. Here we have our update with Chapter 11, Spirit Style Spend. This is me covering the other one. Well. This is awesome. Other chains. All I'm seeing is Solana guys go like, hey, guess what? Do you like Google Maps? Cool. Well, we've got Google Maps with a crypto shitcoin. It's real. I'm not making it up. It's actually real. You know when friends, when Ansem or Ivan, anyone says, look at all these things on Solana, man, there's a Google Maps with a crypto token. It is one of them. I think if people actually knew that, they'd think differently about trying to buy this dip. You know what I mean? Hey, this is exactly what you've been waiting for. I'm telling you, friends, man. Circles, look, friends, it's clear, okay? Circle is making a layer 1 chain. They're all making stablecoin chains. Yeah, they're not. That's where the money's going to flow, man. We had the JPEG casino last year, okay? We got pump ties and stuff. It's okay, meme coin super cycle, but it's not everything, man. See what I mean? Ethereum, friends, that they figured it out, man. They're smart. They can see the future as well. They know if you keep making the chain really, really cheap to use, people spam junk. Okay? Then you got to put more, basically block capacity. Then they spam more junk. You get it? So they go, wait a minute, let's just be forward thinking. In the future, we're just going to lose this battle. Let's help other companies make chains themselves and they connect to us. That's what they did. It's just that what happened was the business cycle, instead of freaking only being down for 6 to 13 months, the business cycle cucked us. What did it do? It decided to take a smelly poop on us, and it was down for 33 months. See, the past 6, 12, 10, we had 33 months, man. It still hasn't ticked up. So in this time, what everyone has incorrectly concluded, they say, Ethereum, a layer 2 model means you're never ever going to go up again. I go, no, that's N-word narrative stuff, man. It was the business cycle keeping it down. When the business cycle goes up, what happens, friends? Crypto companies and non-crypto companies are optimistic about the future. So they think about crypto, they look at crypto, they invest in AI, they invest in crypto, then they start exploring, they go, oh, we've got so much, we've got an overflow of profits. Let's pay one of our engineers, go make an Ethereum test blockchain for us. Go make a layer 2. How can we use it? You see, they're optimistic for the future. They're not in fight or flight mode anymore. They're like going on the offense. That is what happens when we go up here. And then eventually it goes and goes and goes and goes. Then you get your JPEG mania, your Dogecoin mania, right? Then you get like your ICO junk mania. Do you understand that? But you're building into that. You're building into that. That's what you have at the top. We haven't started that part yet, you know? So we'll see. So once again, shout out to everybody out there and the Hoggy Hogs, Heart with Dog, Pulse of the Fallen. That's beautiful, friends. So more cracker news. What's actually been happening as well on the chain, friends. Richard Hart has done some earth-shattering breaking news. Now, there's no... Look, what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to get the special underpants out for this. Because, and trust me, it's gonna get wild in here. Let's actually crank it. Right here. What do I have? Disco undies. You're going to find out soon in the next segment. You'll see. But Richard Hart right now, he posted hints. Fans, I've just got to take you back here, okay? Remember, the whole reason of PulseChain existing is for pTokens. The biggest pToken is pHEX in market cap, okay? That's the whole reason for it existing, okay? There are other pTokens which have cults and communities. You have pDAI, pWBTC. There's other pTokens and stuff out here. pDAI is at 0.6 cents. Now, back then, when Richard did the 33 tweet FUDs down here, I know, when it was going to 0, you could have never imagined that you will literally see pDAI already up 500% higher and Richard actually making a tweet. Stablecoins, lol. I receive interest. You receive counterparty risk. Okay, that is literally stablecoin. That's what it means. So when you're in any of these stablecoin trends, Tether, USDC, Tether, USDT, T for trash, Circle, USDC, C for cuck. Okay, you give them money, they buy government bonds, they keep the interest from the government, US government, and then they give you literally nothing. All you have is counterparty risk. You literally get nothing out of that. Counterparty risk means if they don't like you, one phone call, Coconut Intelligence Agency, no court order, no judge, no nothing. They go, beep, you're disabled. They have disabled, and this is a real number, $950 million of real money has been disabled since January 2023. 950 million. Last year alone, Tether itself did 500 million, $500 million. It's going to hit $1 billion soon. Every other month, they're disabling 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, 3 million. Now you might say, but Sommi, they're criminals. How do you know? Where's the court order? Where's the judge order? Where's the information? There's nothing. They're all phone calls. How do you know that? How do you know they're all criminals, by the way? By the way, you know, US government is pretty much calling Richard Hart a criminal. How'd that turn out? Turn out to be wrong. What about the Finland, soy boy Finland government? Shout out to my baby dolls who are Finland men and or / women and your famous sauna competitions. Okay, I do enjoy these sauna, friends. What happened to them saying Richard Hart's a criminal, owes tax and stuff out here? They're wrong. Do you get it? They have hammers in their hands, so everything looks like a nail. They're wrong. You don't want to give them all the power. That's why Satoshi Nakamoto invented Bitcoin. He said, let's use technology to liberate mankind. Quote for quote. That is what Satoshi said. That's why Richard Hart says, guess what? You received counterparty risk. Now people say, oh, but he didn't tag pDAI. Someone said to me yesterday, Sommi, why isn't pDAI $1? It's meant to be $1 if it's a stable coin. I said, firstly, who said stable coin, bro? It could be a ping pong coin. Who said stable coin, Habib? Okay. And they said, oh, but everyone's saying stable coins. I go, who's everyone? You mean the crowd? You mean the crowd of people who've never seen this unicorn appear before? What are they basing it off? They're basing it off stuff they already know. It's like you see Bitcoin at $5 and you say, oh, this is not a company and it earns no cash flow profits. Therefore, Bitcoin's worth 0. How wrong were you? Very wrong. Because you're trying to measure this new unicorn from what you already know in the world. But it's a unicorn. You've never seen this thing before. You don't know how to model it. You just don't know. Isn't amazing, friends? I say all this stuff. It doesn't click in anyone's mind. But then you see pDAI might go up to like 15 cents and they go, oh, now I get it. Stablecoin supercycle. Counterparty risk. No blacklist function. Native decentralized stablecoin. I get it now. You know what? I'm just going to tell you once again, friends. Okay. I am on how many videos now? Friends, we're up 5,547, 48, 49 videos by the time you see this. There is a video here. One of my earliest videos. Crypto green candles make you smart. One of my first videos. Okay. I literally, when I had this epiphany, it all came to me. When I gave all these examples I go through and I noticed, because I was trying to teach people in Discords, Crypto Faces Discord, all these other Ethereum Maxi Discords. This was back in 2019. And I'd write, and people, I thought people were listening. They wouldn't listen. Okay. Then after the price goes up, people who I was trying to spend hours and hours of my free time trying to get them to understand that Ethereum was cheap at, I think it was $180 back then. Okay. They just wouldn't get it. They would not get it. But when Ethereum went up to like 480 bucks really fast, they're like, oh, I get it now. Straight away. And I'm like, oh, maybe that was an anomaly. Then it happened again and again. And I'm like, oh my gosh. They're learning as the dopamine goes up, because the dopamine goes up and they learn more. And then it basically, friends, they're getting a natural Adderall. It's kind of amazing. Okay. That's what happens, right? Richard Hart, friends, also not only posted about stablecoins, he posted about pWBTC. He actually posted its chart at $804. Could you believe that, man? That's like, you know, remember pDAI and pWBTC, friends? They are brother and sister, you know, they're cousins, you know, they make love to each other. One of those cousins, okay? Somewhere out there, you know, Alabama or something. They're Alabama cousins, right? pDAI and pWBTC. So the theory is, and by theory, I mean like me guessing, and I've got nothing to base it off, and it could be just a load of crap. This is what I'm doing. In my mind, I'm imagining Richard Hart thinking about, hey, how do I keep people on the chain in the next bear market? Because they sell core coins down because they're risk on. We need the business cycle to go up. But eventually the business cycle doesn't go up forever. It goes down, yeah? So we need something that ping-pongs to $1 because this becomes more scarce and rare. And you also need pWBTC because that will be when the money printers turn on, Bitcoin hyper reacts first. Out of all crypto, it rallies in the bear market, okay? So once you understand that, it makes sense, okay? Maybe it doesn't happen. We'll see. He also called for everybody, friends, to ask exchanges to get them to support trading of pWBTC, calling everyone. Hey, basically, I think what he's telling everyone, hey, the bull market's going to really kick off soon, so get pWBTC listed on exchanges so they can all dump their weekends. That's, to me, what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is people saying that. Thank you to PTGC Maxi. Stupid pDAI. Stupid. Shimshoni, there can only be one. You guys are the best, man. That's awesome. Now, friends, remember I was showing you, woohoo, partying. Let's take it off. Put them on an appropriate head, friends. Let's take it off. Well, we have now, Eric Wall received something in the mail. What did he receive? Lady Hviid's underpants. Okay. He did. He actually did. So Eric Wall has officially received Lady Hviid's underpants. Now, friends, here's the thing, man. I have to stand up for Lady Hviid, friends. Like, just look. You want to walk in her shoes? Check her comment section, dude. It is, friends, it's literally a holocaust. It's hell on earth. The amount of violent, aggressive, oh my God, man, friends, PulseChain ladies are built different. What you girls have to do or deal with, oh my gosh. Friends, we are so cool, man. We just got to remember, man, that we all want our bags to go up. You know what I mean? So don't worry whether they have a doodle or a lady garden. It doesn't matter what genitals they have, right? Some people got both, some people got none. Okay? Check out the Soilana trenches. Okay? So it doesn't matter, man. We all want our bags to go up. Okay? And yeah, not everyone knows how to say the right things or put the right marketing. And yeah, maybe it just doesn't matter, man. We all want everything to go up. Okay? We're on the same team. She made a bet with Eric Wall 1.5 years ago that incentive token would hit $26.60, but it's 93% lower today. So incentive token was around only it's around only $2-ish. So I'll just show you here is Ink. Ink's around $2. Yeah, it's funny. This is the Fibonacci. If it was able to go to $26, That'd be cool if it was, this is around here. So yay, but they're hoping it will go up higher. Okay. So yeah, I think that was what she actually had to do of that. That was a $10,000 bet. I think, yeah, she sent him, he actually wrote it here. Look at this. Jay Plush, who we love and adore. I just witnessed the thread where Eric Wall bet Lady Hviid 10K that Ink wouldn't hit 2680 and that if he wins, he also gets ownership of her sparkly hex encrusted panties. We finally hit rock bottom. I wish so, because this post was made literally March 2024. So see, haha, you're disgusting, but fine, nice doing business with you. Well. Panties are going everywhere. Like I say, friends, just look, here's the real Lady Habib. That's just, oh man, it's such a trip out, you know what I mean? The curves, you know, just the great armpits. You just shout Sommi Fan Token. By the way, Sommi Fan Token, guys, just please know, I've got some family members, man. They've been sending me some shit. You guys have put my head on like ladies, wild, wacky stuff. Apparently, there's one where I'm sucking like on a big banana or something. Yeah, man. Well, you know what? They're laughing now, and actually, it's not even laugh. They're concerned. Everyone's gone from laughing to concern because they thought it was just one GIF. Then they found like 17. They didn't get it, man. They don't get that they've been living life on hard mode. We're actually living life on easy mode. And they'll only know once the prices pump hard. So, yes, friends, Lady Habib with the hex-encrusted panties. Look, man, everyone out here, friends, everyone's doing their best, man. They're trying to turbo bull post. But this is the thing, man. Like, because I make it look easy. It's not easy, man. A lot of people, you know, man, they go back to their jobs, man. They got a job and they're like tweeting. And then you have Eric Wald saying, you are still worshipping the fat man. You are no richer than you were 4 years ago. In fact, you're poorer. It gets in everyone's head, man. It gets in everyone's head. And then it just takes me like a freak going like, guess what? Hex is a better Bitcoin. And then their minds explode. So look, man, you'll see, okay? Green candles will come. Now, friends, we're going to have to go with a big bang, okay? So, a Bitcoin Maxi, Matthew Crater, all right, who I watch, I like his videos. Staunch Bitcoin Maxi. Here's the video. He made a video, will Ethereum holders make good toilet cleaners? But when I listened to the full video, there's a special surprise. He actually says hexicans. That's right, Hex will make a good toilet cleaner if you're a holder.
Deciding which type of bankrupt shitcoiner to hire to clean their toilets. A number of questions here. Why not use XRP, ADA, Cardano, or HEX holders to clean your toilet in the future? Reason number one, cleaning toilets properly is a skill set that probably exceeds the meager cognitive abilities of almost all holders of XRP, Cardano, HEX, and other cryptos. These people may also understand.
So yeah, it talks like a robot. He really does talk like a robot. But hey, Matthew Crater, guess what? HEX is a better Bitcoin. You belong to me. Look, friends, I'm telling you now, man. Look. I know we're laughing. Okay, we're laughing, and yes, HEX-BTC is down, yada yada yada. But friends, you don't have to trust me. I don't give a crap. I'm telling you, I know the game, brother. I know the game. Okay, the game is they post the HEX-BTC chart down. Okay, and by the way, he knows about pHEX. He knows about PulseChain. Okay, he's actually showed it on the screens. Yes, he knows all about it. All right, I'm just telling you, friends. Okay, you know what Bitcoiners love more than Bitcoin? There's only one thing they love more than Bitcoin: making more Bitcoin. That's the only thing they love more than it. Okay, so and they're human too, friends. I'm telling you now. If this thing, okay, when this thing starts rocketing, okay, what do you think they're gonna be immune to the salt? Friends, you got your friend Sommi, A+++. I got ST, Sommi tier, the highest of high tiers. I will literally be tagging them, going, "Hey, bro, genius, you could have made 157x on your big." Yeah, it's gonna be happening. And then they can see it. They can see it. And check this out, by the way. From here to up here, that's a 46x on their Bitcoin. One Bitcoin will become 46x. Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. And it's gonna burn. Because, friends, this is the thing. Bitcoin Maxi, friends, they're very smart. They're actually all very smart. It's just that they refuse to, you know, just step out of Bitcoin, which is fine. It's fine. I'm just telling you, man, we're all human, man. We got a bit of that FOMO. And by the way, Bitcoin maxis, why did they find Bitcoin? Because the price went to the moon. Not because they love decentralization. It's because Bitcoin's price went to the moon first. It's just that they so happen to describe the other things after it. If Bitcoin went to the moon, if Bitcoin never went to the moon, these people would not be here, man. But see, I know that. They don't even know that. I know them more than they know themselves. So it is funny for him to see Ethereum holders, XRP, ADA holders. And by the way, I already know, as we go up, their time frame gets wider and wider. So they go, oh, but you're still down from the top. That's why as HEX-BTC goes up, they're going to go, oh, but you're still down from 2017. But it won't matter because the crowd will be roaring to them. They go, cope, you missed out. You knew old season was coming. That's what's going to happen, friends. No one believes in old season anymore, which is what you want, actually. Nobody is calling Michael Saylor a retard for saying $13 million Bitcoin. No one. No one's even calling him a retard for saying $1 million Bitcoin. No one's saying the R word with him, okay? But if you think your altcoins can go 3x, you're called a retard. Yeah? Do you see how lopsided this world is? Yeah, what does it tell you? It tells you all the weak hands are in Bitcoin. And they're in soy, Lana, by the way, because everyone's got $1,000 targets there. Yeah? All the weak hands are there. It's only strong hands in our stuff. Only strong hands. And it's been like that for a very, very, very long time. Okay, we'll just keep waiting. Eventually, glory is coming. Shout out to Bluey the Bear. So many clowns in this industry, mate. So many people expect to get rich the quickest, easiest way possible. It's disgusting they don't realize the guys who are successful in this business literally grind 24 hours an effing day, 7 days a week, blowing our eyeballs out of our heads. Bang a post, sir. We appreciate you. I read the whole post. It was actually wonderful out here. This is gold. Has anyone ever called to have the world on a hex standard? We should meme it. Friends, this is actually gold because XRP. Why? Okay. It's common marketing affinity. The XRP standard, it's actually a meme word because that was that's the best part, friends. XRP guys believe we'll be on XRP standard. And people laugh at them for it, but it doesn't matter, bro. Their coin is pumping earliest amongst every other coin in crypto, okay? And it's bull flagging up. So it will be funny. That's why in Matthew Cratter's video, because it talks so robotic, he's like, this is Matthew Cratter. You know what I mean? Puts you to sleep. But he talked about the hex standard, which is, I'm like, wait a minute. That's actually really good marketing. See, friends, I find gems in these places. Okay, I don't know why my brain picks it out. After listening to all these videos for like, every day I watch these videos, 12, 15 minutes. I'm like, thanks for the marketing, man. That's really good. The hex standard. Oh, that's going to be good, man. That's going to be good. Green candles! Don't worry, friends. They're laughing now. They won't be laughing when we go up. Shout out to Jexa. Matthew Cratter has been around one cycle and thinks he has it all figured out. Oh, the dunking is going to take place. And I'm like, wow, one cycle? Look what he said. After finally recognizing the importance of Bitcoin in late 2019, I began liquidating my stocks and other investments and moving my savings into Bitcoin. Wow. So he came in. That's wild. He came in after me? Man, he talks like he's been there from day one. Thank you, Jexa. That makes so much sense. Friends, they're talking with conviction. He's never seen a proper old season. Yeah. He only saw that Dogecoin Mania NFT stuff. See, friends, when you see it once, you think flash in the pan. But when you see the used crusty underwear appearing again and people paying $40,000 for them, it starts to make you think what's going on. And look, we know what's going on, okay? It's not about, oh, is there something magical here? It kind of is magical, but here, I've told you, friends. I've got it on my business cycle chart here for you. This is basically, you want the cheat code? It's a cheat code here. Sommi's guiding fart forces of crypto. Bitcoin follows global M2, but altcoins and Ethereum follow the business cycle, okay? So, friends, all of their doom posting for the past 3-4 years, they have been talking in a world where business cycles below 50. PMI data is below 50. They have not ever seen in the past 4 years what it's like when we go like that. And people can look at the end. People will be spitting on Bitcoin, literally spitting. Okay, they'll be spitting on Bitcoin. Doesn't move, too slow, can't do anything, no privacy. All those talking points will come out. Okay, and then watch out because people will then say, "Hey, let me go buy a $400,000 JPEG or whatever it is that's going to be the new thing." Okay, so We're all gonna make it. Don't forget, friends, PulseChain community, the strongest remaining. We're all gonna crank. It's been taking a long time, but let's see what the next step is, right? We got to get that PulseChain, you know, above SAC price. I can already see, friends, Ivan, our dear friend Ivan, when we get here, he'll be laughing, going, he'll go, Hexicans, PulseChains. Finally, after 4.5 years, you are now back to break even. And yeah, that's probably when it all actually goes. Beep, 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 beep. That'd be great. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Catch you soon.